presents
The Steamrollers
Adventure Podcast
contains mature language
and situations.
Discretion
is advised.
Welcome back to Steamrollers Adventure Podcast, your source for steampunk role-playing, comedy, and adventure. My Copper Heart designation is NSA 7110, or NSA 71 X-ray if you so wish, but you may address me as Nissa. It is my duty to bring you the next episode of the show this week, but first the required pre-episode banter. Since I am solo, I will tell you something about myself, since I was introduced during episode 269, Broken Halo, part of a mini-series special for Patreon members only. I am a clone of the Phase 1 iteration of MRG 9000. She was programmed as a companion automaton. I am a bibliocurator, originally in the service of the NSA. I contain full knowledge of this show as well as other files pertaining to the validity of many well-known conspiracy theories. NSA Series 7 Copperhearts 1 through 352 were designated as catalogers, specializing in the safe storage of vital information. Michael is currently the only one programmed into my memory who can extract such information. Protocol 401, contacting the show. You may write to the show at steamrollersadventurepodcast@gmail.com or visit riggstories.com/contact. We also have a presence on the social media portals of Tumblr, Blue Sky, and the one formerly known as Twitter. If you write to us via email, you may write directly to any one of the automatons, Michael, or to the production facility as a whole, with any questions or comments you may wish to share. Previously on the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast. We will begin with the cliffhanger where we ended last time. Nigel Wintermann was facing down a mysterious keeper and its strange floating chrome orb, while his surrogate charge Nora tended to her injured husband in the study. We then transition to boxcar boy Percy Alexander as he meets his cohort Coin, and they join forces with Holly the Faerie Witch. More on these characters in a break preceding their segment. And now, without further ado, please enjoy Season 4, Episode 291, Chapter 12. Funny Lookin Weasel and an Donkey. You're listening to the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast, a steampunk actual play tabletop role-playing comedy show based on the fiction of Michael J. Rigg. Now, let the adventures continue.
Oh boy. I just want to know what this thing is really all about. I mean...
Well, Season 4 is called Curse of the Glass Witch.
It is. I didn't have much of an option, though, the first time I met it. It was already pissed off.
It was already pissed off.
Yeah.
Well, Holly blew it out a window.
I know.
Yeah, I ain't got magic, so I've just got guns. Okay, so what's the plus?
Plus 3, plus D4.
So...
And you need 8s on all of those. Should be easy.
So 11, 13... Wait, no, sorry, plus 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is 16, and that is 8.
Okay, got him. First shot at the orb seems to go right through it and impacts with windowsill behind him at the top of the stairs. Right and left pistols in the holsters. Holsters are hit. There's a loud cracking sound. One of the holsters is kind of hanging loose now, gun still in it. The other one is broken and the gun has fallen out. He pauses and then continues forward.
I'm going to bar his way.
Okay. He doesn't try to push past you or anything. He actually stops 2 steps up from you, looking down at you.
Nigel Wintermann
floats, with a slight gesture of his hand, floats the sphere within range of your touch.
Touch.
Your colleague already gave me my present, and your previous efforts reunited me with the only other thing. I don't want your monkey's paw. I want you to leave. And in exchange, I'll give you this. And he offers the ring.
It backs away fearfully.
So God's afraid of the devil.
Kind of strange, isn't it? Which one's created the other?
Witchwood pulls out the bullet and puts the ring in it and then clocks it again.
Wow.
Do not part from the stone.
And then it disappears in like a clap of thunder as the air it once occupied caves in on itself.
Okay, take it out of Witchwood because it's gone. I put it back in my pocket. I put the big caliber bullet back in.
Okay.
Put it back in my holster. And make my way back to Nora as quick as I can.
Yeah, she catches up to you. You see that she's like put pillows around Thomas's head to keep him still. She says, I rang up emergency services. They're on their way.
Right, well, I'll add my report to the APV that there are, and I will inform my colleagues back at the station. Do you want me to stay with you?
No, this is my mess.
No, this isn't your mess. You didn't do this. The Keepers did.
No, I did. I wished it back on him.
You didn't know what you were playing with. It is not a crime to have desires and to seek justice, and, well, not justice, vengeance on those who have hurt you.
She gonna start crying now?
Well, her chin's puckering.
Oh.
She throws her arms around you. She's like, says, Ozzy, please don't leave again.
I'm not going anywhere. We'll get him safely secured in the hospital.
Thank you.
Sorry about your plot, Mike.
What about my plot? This is perfect. This is going right where I want it to go. Yeah.
Oh, God. Until we get to Dave, he's gonna screw it all up.
He's got bigger problems. And you know what fucking Percy Alexander's gonna do when Keeper shows up in front of him?
Shoot him.
100 Fifis, and then...
I'm just gonna laugh when Fifi grabs the ball in her mouth and runs with it.
What does Fifi want most of the world? Percy to be made out of steak.
Okay.
Yeah, so Nigel will stay with Nora until the emergency services take what's-his-face to the hospital.
Thomas. Yes.
Thomas. And is she going to go with them, or is she staying? Is she kind of like...
No, she'll go with them.
Okay. Well, I guess, like, when the EMTs turn up, they call the cops, I guess would be the dumb procedure.
Yeah.
I handled that side of things.
All right.
Add to the APV report, like, there are two of these individuals, they are known as Keepers, they are not to be engaged with, and site reporting should be referred to my office directly.
Yes, sir. Interesting.
Yeah, funny. He's the only one seeing him. Is he losing it? Wanted that box. What the hell was that?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but it's basically infer that magical being by the designation Keeper did this to motive unknown.
Okay. There's like an assistant investigator that you talk to, somebody you haven't talked to since all of this mess, but he's like, sorry, he says, I wanted to get the lowdown from you, boss, on what transpired at the warehouse deal, and what is this about Keepers?
As yet don't know what they are, but they have magnanimous intentions.
And that's description. He says, are these the same ones that have been showing up all over the Empire and the Confederation?
Have I heard sightings of these things before?
You have not.
Quite possibly. I've not been aware of such sightings, but attention has been focused primarily on Boston States.
Well, at least we only got the one.
Possibly two. This one was different.
New York had 14.
Intel?
14.
14, correct.
Sorry,
Trinity.
what did they want?
Yeah, Nigel asked that question.
Don't know, sir. It's a mystery. It's not something that we've pursued because it wasn't affecting Boston until, well, just yesterday.
Yesterday.
Or last night, or earlier today. Lost track of time.
Yes, having not needing to sleep has that advantage that days will sort of merge into one.
Yes.
All right, well, I need you to gather a dossier on these things, the sightings of these things, what they've been up to, and any known kind of interactions, abilities, and compile some sort of intelligence report for me.
Yes, sir, will do.
Make this your top priority.
Yes, sir.
And for the time being, Nora will be going to my protective custody.
Do you want any extra hands, sir?
What does he mean by that, sorry?
Like a couple of uniformed officers to watch when you're not around, or assuming that you're not going to like be babysitting her the entire time?
No, but as in like, so basically he's saying that if anyone comes prying after Nora, she's off the grid. So he doesn't want to watch around the clock.
Okay. Alrighty then. Yeah, that's a good spot to close.
So this dude come and check in with me at the hospital.
Did who what?
Does this like inspector? I can't remember what his full title was. But this the guy who's just came and told me about the keepers, did he find me at the hospital, or like is it the next day?
No, it's going to be a next day kind of a thing. There's a lot of these reports.
Cool.
They've just started to pop up.
Seemingly so, yeah.
So basically, we take Nora's husband to the hospital, come back with me, so he's all safe and secure.
Yes.
He would have made Nora breakfast, by the way.
Oh.
Her favorite?
Just the same sort of thing he made Connie in their episode.
Okay, yeah.
It was her favorite.
Chocolate chip pancakes in the shape of Mickey Mouse.
What is she, like 5?
She was once.
How old was she last time?
She was like young. She was like kind of like teens-ish when her when her grandfather died. So she's barely 20 at this point.
Yeah. Not like Penny. Penny got married at 15.
Mm-hmm. And Penny had Shiloh.
That's her brother.
Oh.
That's great.
So yeah, also as a point,
Yes.
it doesn't matter for the war effort, but so he makes her favorite breakfast when she was growing up, and kind of like he sends like an aide or something to get some like either recover some clothes for her or something, so they get their delivery house so that she has comfortable clothes. And like while she's sleeping and resting, he doesn't need to. He basically just makes the house like as accommodating for her as physically possible.
Okay.
And I'd like to play my domesticated card.
Uh-oh, someone just played a roll versus roll card. Let's see what the judges think. And it's good!
All right, cool. Here's your gold chip. Now give me all your chips back.
Yeah.
Part of me is still in like season 3 mode where I need to get everything.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Milk it.
See, this is how the Confederacy won.
Who said they
Drew.
They did.
No, that's a misconception. That's just a different ripple.
There's quite a few Imperials who would say, quote, the war was stolen.
Stolen by who?
Hunter Biden.
Oh, God. Yeah, I've taken my sort of like guzzling of American satire newsreels down in the past 8 months.
Yeah.
And shit seems to have gotten crazy over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, pretty much.
Wait till the election starts.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Probably gonna get worse.
Save this.
That was really fun, Mike. Thank you for that.
Sure. No, that was great. This is.
Yeah.
Hi. This is Private Tyler Beanie from Whiskey Tango Furball, and you're listening to the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast. Greetings. It is Nissa again, here to give you a meta prologue to the segment that is to follow. Previously, you may recall that Percy Alexander and his companions were gunned down while facing Bill Weaver's rogue boxcar boys who had taken over the small town of Canna Bluffs. After the mutual slaughter of everyone involved, 2 of the Keeper beings appeared and had their interest drawn to the deceased Percy Alexander. Apparently, he was needed alive for a grander plan. Holly, meanwhile, has since gone her separate way from Martin Barnett. He dropped her off to continue her own path, a path which was leading her back to Halo, to see if she could find or help any of her friends. We now continue with their stories.
Oh my.
His pants just explode right up. Oh, and we're recording. All right, everyone. Welcome to this little mini adventure from season 4. Srap 4, I believe.
He believe. He's still thinking.
Which isn't saying much. Got it. Shush, would you quit? Jeez. Yeah, I'm making this stuff up on the fly. Give me a moment to write down a name.
We can't have quiet.
Yeah, okay.
All right, okay. All right, Percy, you are approached by... Well, where are you? What? Can you be close? Can you be close to Illinois?
How about somewhere in Kentucky? Near the border.
Oh, yeah, just across the border into Confederate territory, because they won.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jenn.
Well, I don't know how much of a victory that really was, but sure.
Way to go, Amelia.
Nuclear fallout, that's great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it brings snow. Snow is lovely. Can you make ash angels? Really not. You don't have the consistency to make a snowman, though. You'd have to like spray some water on it, and make it like a mush ball, sort of a radioactive gray mush ball.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
No.
Stack 3 of those together. Yeah. All right, Kentucky. Okay, gotcha. All right, Percy. You let's see. You have, okay. You and Fifi 23, are picking up some supplies. Dog food.
Yeah.
For one, a horse chow.
For my horse, eh?
Well, yeah, let's give you a horse. What do you want to name your horse? Or do you want it just to be a rando horse from a stable? Okay. N horse. Okay. We'll call your horse N. Call your horse N. That's my horse. That is N horse. All right.
And car.
And car, yes. There's like a small, like camp, like sort of a makeshift market set up on the Confederate side of Bridge 64, which remained intact all through the war. Yes, and now serves as a crossing point across the void of the Colorado. Sorry.
The Colorado River.
Into Illinois.
Which is everywhere.
Right. That's Rap Cannon. Every river is named Colorado.
Yes.
Yes, across the Mason-Dixon line, the Colorado River, into Illinois, which is former Imperial territory. Things look pretty gray and dismal over there. There is a camp on the other side that's mostly run by Imperial types. There's Confederate types on your side. However, war's over. They're doing their best to make do. Nobody's being an asshole to anybody else. They trade. There's often trade on the bridge that happens in the middle of the bridge. In fact, there are a couple of tents set up in the middle of the bridge where trade meetings can happen. You are on the Confederate side. You're getting, putting some feed or whatnot in your saddlebags. If there's anything that you see that you need, and again, money is presumed as long as it's not outrageous. Anything that you see that you might need for your traveling pack or something? Yeah. Yes?
I want a donkey.
A donkey?
You're gonna put it in your bag.
A supply donkey.
Supply donkey.
Also named and donkey.
Okay.
He has an horse and donkey.
I got an horse and donkey.
You should name the donkey Eddie after donkey.
Yeah, I will.
All right, Eddie the donkey. All right, well, I'm going to say that a donkey is a fairly major purchase post-war. So I'll say 1 green chip off of your boxcar bank, or off your boxcar bank. So we'll make that 99. Also,
99.
let's see. Number 9, 99. Let's see. That. Oh, Holly and Percy, and Connie, if you decide to. Up to you. 4 roll versus roll cards.
Oh.
Yes. That's going back. I saw a post on Facebook. Kevin Mason's considering getting into getting the Starfall podcast going again. So I responded to him and I'm like, yeah, how about some more of those roll versus roll cards? Because we use them. And we are the #1 comedy steampunk role-playing action-adventure show of all time. And I did look into it.
Doesn't Critical Role go a little bit steampunk?
You know
Sorry.
what? That's not how they're built. I'm going with how I build this show. Man, you're... All right, I'm taking something off of Connie. Jeez. Built up so well, and now you're just backsliding.
Well, I mean, you wanted somebody to razz you, right?
No, I appreciate it. It's like everything I say is like gentle. Aren't you an asshole? Oh.
Asshole.
Asshole. All right. Is that my phone? I went to boop 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 boop.
Not mine. I left mine in the other room, so I wouldn't mess around on it.
That's okay. Shoot. I just want to make sure that I have the Discord up here too, so I can see when Dave pops in. Okay. All right.
I can't. I'm probably just gonna leave at 2. I don't have much more in me, but I'm good for hanging around for a bit.
That's cool. All right. Here's black, red, and blue for you.
Hi, kitty.
And black, red, and blue for you.
Thank you.
And new chip rules on the bottom of your character sheet, but awesomer chip rules.
More awesomer.
More awesomer.
Oh, it is awesomer.
Yes. Black die is a +1 on any dice at any time. So a 4-sider to a 100-sider, you can add +1 anytime before or after you roll. Red is +3 on a d20 anytime before or after you roll. So if you roll something and you're just like too short or whatever, you say, well, I'm going to throw in a red chip. There you go. You no longer have to predict that you're going to roll shitty and pay with chips beforehand. A blue chip is an advantage, so you cash in a blue chip anytime before or after, like you fail a roll or you decide you want to have an advantage on something. As you roll 2 20s and take
That
5s.
sounds really similar to another D20 based role-playing game.
God, you are really ticking the clock backwards, aren't you, Jen?
The 2 D20s is advantage, rolling with advantage. It's all good. It's all good.
I steal from the best.
Yes.
That's
there you
it.
go.
That's a D&D Next roll, isn't it? Is it D&D Next, or is it? I know it's a D&D thing. I know.
Definitely D&D.
Yeah.
5e, but I think like any roll
20,
like any 20 based game has something similar.
Probably, yeah. Gold is +10 on a d20 anytime. It's no longer...
That one's nice.
It's no longer an automatic 20. It's... You add 10, which...
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, if you do better than 50%, you're going to get your 20.
Do you have to declare that ahead of time to use it, or do you just...
Before or after, yep.
Cool.
And of course, green in this season will be money, and white is magic or psychic points as defined by the host. And that'll depend on the kind of spell you want to cast. So we'll see. And that, Robin, for Holly, roll an 8-sider.
That cat hair in my nose.
2.
2 white chips.
Cool.
I've also eliminated exchanges on chips, so you can't like turn in 3 black chips for a red chip, because it's irrelevant, because...
It gets a little crazy.
Yeah. Plus, since you can apply black to any die, if you had 3 black chips, why not save it? Because if you needed to roll high on a 4-sider, you can use it for that, whereas red die is just for 20s. All right. So, Percy. Yes, you purchased your donkey named Eddie, loading him down with gear. Got your rando horse there named Ann. That's my headcanon. This is the Ann horse. And you got dog number 23. Fifi 23. It's a collar with a slightly magical aura, because you can wish upon a dog and have many more show up out of nowhere. And if those of you listening have no idea what that is, listen to season 2 of the Steamrollers Adventure podcast and find out how we got magical dogs. Magical infinite dogs.
It's time for a SRAP flashback.
What the hell?
I hope it won't be your Fifi that jumps in the water after the other you.
It's Percy 7 and Fifi Annabelle.
I don't know what to do.
So while you're standing on the shore thinking about what to do, here comes another kayak from upstream, and it's you. And you are pointing a pistol at you. And you're yelling,
I gotta end this!
all right, roll a 20 to shoot yourself.
A 1!
Oh, no.
Ironically enough, a 1 might not be bad here.
Right.
It's a good time to roll a 1.
All right, I'm not giving you a black chip, and I'm not taking anything from you, because it's your duplicate you that completely missed by a mile.
Shot his kayak, and now it's taking on water.
Since it was a 1, wood splinters out from the kayak, and there is now a slow leak.
I'm yelling at, what the hell you doing to me? Shoot back at him. I gotta kill you to end this!
He's going to shoot again.
Shoot him, George, shoot him.
Unless you're going to shoot him.
Okay, I'll try shooting him.
You're going to try to... Okay.
Jeez.
2 shots ring out. One, whizzes right past you. echo, splinters off some rock. Your shot hits him right square in the back as he's passing down. Just slumps forward, dead, and the Fifi on the back of his kayak is like pawing at him and whimpering. He's like slowly slumps off to the side, and the body in the kayak and now the desperate dog disappearing downriver. Get back in the kayak and you head on. And your feet are getting wet, your bum's getting wet. But paddling on, Fifi on the back with you. Concentrating again. And roll 4 20s.
Maybe it's Fifi that's not doing it right.
I think so. I think she's mine.
Right. Maybe the second. Okay.
So you're paddling along, you're concentrating on Nellie. You kind of like round a bank, and as you do, shots ring out, and you see yourself shooting at you with both guns, both barrels going at the same time. And here's your 2 19s. One hits you right in the chest, the other one in the throat. Canoe rolls over, kayak rolls over, and Percy is dead.
Well, that was fun!
Now, you are Percy on the shore with your 2 smoking guns watching the body of another one going past.
God. Fuck this! I'm getting out of here!
But now the kayak that's there in this reality does not have a hole in it, because that one didn't even get to fire off a shot.
Fifi, I got him! I got me!
No, that's what's happening is Fifi is always thinking about you.
Right. Fifi is messing it off. Fifi is screwing this all up.
So you just need to be smarter than your dog.
This has been a Srab Flashback.
Yes.
And listen back to the beginning of Season 4 if you want to know what it means to give George the power to summon a million anything.
Basically, don't do it.
I'm going to send 1 million energy dogs at the town of Halo.
1 million?
Sorry, Holly, your town is now a hole, and there's a land tsunami.
Dogs everywhere.
Land tsunami.
Earthquake?
I knew she was going to do that. Jenn the Corrector.
No.
It's all fine. It's good. We need someone to counter Ray.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kitty.
I play Jake Schiller in Copperheart, and you are watching the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast.
With each episode, we like to thank the Patreon members from Platinum to Steel who have supported this show and have been instrumental in keeping it going. Their generous contributions offset many costs associated with web hosting, producing, maintaining equipment, storage backups, software subscriptions, and many more necessities across the show, Copperheart, and the animated series Whiskey Tango Furball. Our deepest thanks goes out to George Pecenica, Azurnight, Michael West, Shalom West, Brad Mack, Delta Alpha, Eric McNeil, Jared Mosman, Irritating Fog, Michael, Robin, Alan Farkas, Shirlington Beescoat, Martin Saville, Michael Velez, Pack Mule, Ray Volk, Andrea Pena, Ann McMicken, George Stankow, Giannis Vestin, Jeff Fogg, Keely Wood, Michael Rodden, Rupert Faullhurst, Ryan Smith, Flub True, Sarah Elkins, Tim George, Colin, and all of the rest. Thank you ever so much. This episode is sponsored by Michael West. Our executive producer is George Pecenica, and our producer is Azurnight. And now, back to the adventure.
This is Karen Heimdahl. I voiced Adrian Booth on Copperheart, and you are listening to the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast.
All right, Percy, you are approached by someone you recognize immediately as a boxcar boy because he has a hat with a pin in it. Okay. Now, people might say, can't anybody wear a hat with a pin in it?
True.
Sure can.
Sure can, absolutely. So how do you know it's a boxcar boy?
First fight. No,
that's your thing, yeah. Yeah, and also your nickname handle, aka your voice, is Spade. The guy approaching you, looks to your hat, looks to you. You are known by all boxcar boys. This is another way you know it's a boxcar boy, because he's coming straight up. He's making a beeline straight for you, because you are El Presidente, Boy de Boxcar, which is German for boxcar boy. A lot of people don't know that.
There's so many languages you smash together there.
He says that his voice is coin, and ironically, he does have a coin, like a quarter, sewn onto his hat, like a little pouch he's made with a little hole in it. It's like a little quarter. And his actual name is Bill Coyne, Coyne. So he was very imaginative when he decided on what his boxcar voice would be. He's like, hey, you're Percy Alexander, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Oh my God.
Yes, it's been a while.
Percy's voice is back, ladies. Let's take a moment and relish that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my name. Hey, who you be?
You should have started with, what the hell? Who are you? What the hell do you think I am? It's like, I recognize your dog. It's famous. No, he says, coin, and like flicks his hat. It's kind of it's midday, early afternoon, a little bit rainy. We're in the summer months, as we will be throughout season 4, because I'm tired of sessions that always had snow. No more shoveling out military bases.
Good. Slipping and sliding all
Right. He says, hey, are you here to go check out that Illinois plot?
Yeah, that's where I'm heading right now.
Yeah? He's like sort of hem and hawing a little bit. He's got the cowboy attire on. He's got a work shirt, vest. The vest is completely open. It is a military vest. He did fight for the Confederation.
Okay.
Infantry boy. He's got a low-hanging gun belt. He's got spurs and boots. He is towing a horse of his own. What color's Percy's horse?
Appaloosa.
So an orange horse. Perfect. Okay. I have no idea.
It's white and spotted.
His is black. And he's got like a beige cowboy hat with the obviously the coin on it, and trench coat. Well, not trench coat, duster. His horse has a pack on the back, basically just a bedroll. He's a short distance traveler, apparently from the Confederation nation of Kentucky, looking to head into Illinois. And he kind of says to you, were you thinking of anybody you could maybe put in charge of that there town if it's as empty as I hear it is?
You want to tag along and see?
I'm thinking if I earn my way, you might see fit to put me in charge there.
I might reckon I might.
Well, appreciate that, sir. Hot damn!
Come on, let's go.
Swat his hat against his knee. I'm traveling with El Presidente del Boxcarnation.
Oh boy.
Yeah, okay, oh boy.
Alright, so we'll start heading towards the bridge.
Alright. Halfway across the bridge, when you get to the the trading checkpoint, there is, now interestingly enough, there are 2 law persons just watching to make sure shit don't get, rambunctious when it comes to the fair trading that's going on here between the former empire and the reigning champion confederation. There is a tall human, also roughly cowboy-esque dressed man, except his hat is a top hat. He has a sheriff's star on the top hat. And next to him is what appears to be a middle-aged woman with gray in her hair. She's got a youngish face, but her hair is kind of it's crimpy and a little bit raggedy, and her pointed ears are sticking out. And she is wearing a war-torn, bullet-ridden, blood-stained Imperial, which is Arsenal Corps jacket, with the rank of lieutenant, as most of them had anyway. And they're standing next to each other, and she has pinned to her army jacket also a silver star. So she is like, a magic-wielding northern peace officer, and he's a southern one. And the two of them together seem to be doing, they're laughing when you come up there. He rolls a cigarette, puts it between his lips, and he's like patting himself down looking for his matches, and she just snaps her fingers and his cigarette lights right up, and he's like, ha 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 ha, and he drops his cigarette, and then she laughs because now he's got to roll a new one. But yeah, things here seem to be doing pretty well. There's no hostility between magic and non-magic, which brings me to the introduction of Holly. Holly is on her way back to, as we said, leading up to this, on her way back to Halo to see if anyone had survived the attack of the League of the Red Spider and had stopped here to gather some supplies. Holly, I want to ask you, and one of the main reasons I'm describing Holly is not just because it's Robin's character and you guys are destined to travel together, blah, 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 but she would attract the attention of Percy and Coin because you don't see too many people traveling with a gonk droid and a dragon. I do want to ask Holly, is Onyx perched on your shoulder as she tends to want to be most of the time anyway?
Yeah, she is, yeah.
And the dragon's like large cat sized, basically. Think of a medium to large cat with a long curly monkey tail. Very small underformed wings, although the dragon can fly short distances. What was Onyx's trick with the fire breathing thing? I know Onyx is too young to breathe fire, but the flinted tonsils will click like it would blow fire if it could, but it's not fully developed yet. But didn't that mean something like there was?
Oh yeah, because it was sort of like the kind of vibe check. She would sort of say like it was
if it was bad news,
bad or good,
yeah. Kind of like with Fifi with the growling versus tail wagging thing. And what about Toby, your little magic's droid buddy guy? That can fold up basically and go into like a backpack where just like the crystal ball would stick up.
Okay.
You have yet to, and I was thinking it would be fun for Holly to meet Oliver at some point. Oliver can create more like spider-like legs for Toby to move around rather than the little sort of crappy sort of like chain and wheel R2-D2 kind of like design it's got now.
Holly, a magic user, right?
Yes.
Catching someone float along.
Yeah. It's like Grogu style, just like without the bassinet.
Holly is Holly is at the barter tent actually bartering for a bassinet.
Oh man.
That the legs were broken off of, so it's going for cheap.
Amazing.
So it's like, you know what? George said it. Let's make it true. Yeah. If that's because we don't know what I was going to leave it to you what you might be bartering for besides information, and that information would be, I'll tell you now. In addition to said bassinet, if indeed that's what you wanted to do. Oh my God, that'd be so much fun. It's like,
I think I've got to now.
Art imitates art.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and way to go, Jenn. Another one.
What? I didn't say anything.
You suggested it.
Well.
Yeah. All right, now everyone, in your mind, like slowly count to 10 before Jenn like blasts me with something.
I'm not going to. Oh my God.
No. I love it. It's fun. Yeah, the information that you heard is that Halo, which most people spit on the name of anyway because they're so, human-hating, that there's nothing worth talking about that even before the League of the Red Spider attacked it. Now somebody at the barter tent will mention that the witch sheriff who's here knew more about it because she had checked it out, and apparently the town's a lost cause. That there were fires, but didn't seem like the entire town was burned.
Right.
And the League of the Red Spider, one of their airships, is still hovering above it.
Ooh. Okay.
So there is activity going on inside.
Right.
if there are any witches, woe be unto them with what might be going on with these glass-wielding assholes. They're not Texas, they're not glass cavalry, so nothing out of Clockwork Pandora before someone starts throwing that at me. Well, we can only guess what he's going to be doing to the witches. This guy's a pervert.
So are she Imperial side?
It's there's kind of like a neutral area in the middle where the bantering things are. There isn't really a solid line.
Right.
At one point there was, but it'd been erased since the war's over. So people of both sides are wandering back and forth. Nobody needs any kind of passport. It's no kind of checkpoint or anything like that. Basically, Bridge 64 is an I don't give a shit zone. Another reason that Holly is here, wings exposed to the world, dragon on the shoulder, because nobody's going to... You might get a look or two, but no one's going to be,
Okay, now let me ask you this.
Yes.
Would Percy have seen a dragon? Or this be totally new?
This is new, but you've been hearing more and more stories about dragons. Yeah. This is about the time that any Doragon eggs that were smuggled into the country would start hatching. In the past, in Srap, people have seen Doragon eggs, maybe even had them with them for a short period of time, or seen a Doragon man in an inn trying to sell them. I believe that was in Mother Monday's place, and I think Apate had seen that guy was selling dragon eggs. Yeah.
It's time for a Srap flashback.
To treat.
Pate, you don't have to thank me. I should thank you because you are here with us and Mother Monday.
Mother Monday?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I need to talk to her.
I know.
All right, here's what the interior looks like. To the right are two large oaken tables. And by the way, absolutely everything I'm about to describe is wood, except that the wood has been painted black. The floors, the bar, the sort of workshop setup behind it, the railing above, there is kind of like a spiral staircase going to a loft in the back. And to the left is a raised bench, the kind that you would have seen back in the day that gentlemen travelers would climb up on so that their feet are like waist high so that shoeshine boys could shine their shoes. It's kind of like the raised benches you'd see in old rail stations for shoeshines. Except that the seats have blankets on them, and the blankets are rolled and curled into nest-like things to hold gigantic eggs. A little bit bigger than ostrich eggs, and they're kind of leathery in appearance. And there appears to be a sleeping Doragon man next to them. He has a long, droopy Fu Manchu mustache, and he is wearing silken robes with patterns of the Orient on it. His arms are folded. He appears to be asleep next to these eggs. There are a bunch of Chinese or otherwise Doragon characters scrawled under each of the eggs next to him. They're different sizes and colors.
This has been a Srap flashback.
But this is the first time we've actually seen one in the flesh. And the dragon, as you're noticing this, maybe double taking towards it. Coin is like staring, like, wow, that is the weirdest looking fucking cat I ever seen. Someone done stapled wings to that cat. The Onyx is like looking over her shoulder, her ears up, matching her horns, like wide-eyed, like cat's eyes, glaring at Fifi 23. And Fifi 23 has got her head low, got her haunches kind of up, but her tail's wagging.
Oh, it's about to go down.
She wants to play.
So they're just looking at you. Yeah, they're both looking. They're looking. It's like, yeah. Onyx is very cat-like in this. Jump at me, fucker! I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna skip and tap your face.
Yeah.
Want somebody to skip their bats?
Do I notice Fifi looking at the...
Yeah.
What are you doing, Fifi? And then I'll look over at what he's looking at. Oh, what the hell is that?
Oh, my God. And this has been the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast.
Oh, man.
Now, Holly, you obviously hear that, and you know that you're attracting attention. It's either somebody's talking about the crystal ball sticking out of your backpack, or
Yeah.
the dragon on your shoulder, or your wings.
Very subtle.
And Holly is. Describe Holly. What's Holly's physical appearance like?
She has long red hair. She's I can't remember how tall she is exactly, but she's kind of quite short. And she sort of dresses in like kind of quite a low-key, sort of very casual way. She's been travelling a lot, so like the main thing is kind of like dressing kind of comfortably and not being sort of like fancy or showing anything like that.
Would it be like trousers or like
Yeah, trousers or like a long sort of skirts, normally.
Yeah, and like probably layers because traveling a lot outside and whatnot. Although not like there wouldn't be like a heavy duster or anything like that because the wings would like to get some spurts off if she needs to take flight.
Oh yeah.
And probably travel bags. You have the because she's got the traveler's pack. So do you have any exposed weapons? Not that you would know this, but her wings are a weapon while she's on the ground. You have the short silver spear. That's extendable, isn't it? I think when you were doing the adventures with Martin, wasn't that like a short spear, but it like
Yeah, I think so.
Springs. I didn't write that down. I'm pretty sure that in my head that's how I've always.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
So like it springs out like a javelin?
You're probably about as tall as her. Again, like she said, Holly's not like extremely tall, and most fairy witches tend to be kind of waifish.
But does it have like a point on each end or just one end?
What would you like?
One end I was thinking. That's kind of how I pictured it.
Yeah. Kind of like the we keep referring back to The Mandalorian, folks. You should check it out on Disney Plus. Not affiliated with this show.
Or,
we just
sail the high
butchered.
seas and find it.
Exactly. Starting the timer for when the Disney corporate lawyers give this show a call.
Meh.
But it's like the Mandalorian. It's like the Beskar spear kind of a thing, except it, like those batons that you can. Yeah. And where does Holly keep that? It can like tuck in.
Yeah, she kind of keeps it like concealed.
Okay.
Sort of like it's sort of tucked in the back.
And she also has. This is going to be the first roll of the game. Percy.
Oh no, he's going to roll a 1.
She also has something else. And Percy, roll a 20. See if you can tell what it is before seeing it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nope, can't see it.
A 3?
Ding.
Right. 3 ting. All right. You can't tell yet. What about coin? Let's see. Not that I'm going to tell you. Well, I am kissing your ass, so maybe I will.
Yeah, you better.
Let's see. Let's go. Damn it. I'll roll it out here because I can see. He'll like give you a nudge and say, she's packing. The witch is packing. She's got a shoulder holster. Okay. Under jacket. Okay. Kind of, You don't know what kind of. You know it's not a one of those hand cannons, because there'd be like hoses and a belt and a giant thing and a
But do I see her wings while she's over there? Or do I know?
Yeah, you see the wings too. Other people are like giving Holly glances. They're like looking at you. The proprietor, who has the bassinet or whatever it is, and whatever piles of junk that they're selling at the checkpoint or trading off, is absolutely fascinated by you. Oh, I think does Holly have pointed ears?
No.
Okay.
She doesn't know.
Okay, no pointed ears. All right. But otherwise, waifish redhead.
When I spot the wings,
butterfly wings.
I want to talk to her.
All right.
Because I've never seen the wings.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Coin's making a beeline there too. And Fifi's like getting a little closer, tail's wagging more, lifting her head up, and Onyx is like dips quickly dips her head down towards the dog, and Fifi like freezes like doing one of those.
Like, let's play.
Yeah. and then Onyx does the cat thing, like lifts her head and like looks around like maybe there's a bird somewhere more interesting. But you do get good vibes. Vis-a-vis Fifi's doing. Yeah. right.
So I'll approach. Well, howdy, ma'am.
Hello.
I'm sorry to gawk at you, but I've never seen wings on a woman before.
Holly sort of looks around at her wings, and that's okay.
I ain't never seen a weasel like that neither. Even your weasel's got wings. Says Coin.
Like Holly's just a bit. What are you talking about? Oh, this is a onyx little dragon.
Oh, ain't no such thing, is there?
I've heard of dragons, but never seen one before.
Well,
it's all new to me.
They do tricks. They do tricks like I knew a guy had a weasel would perch up on his head and eat nuts.
She doesn't eat. She doesn't eat nuts. She has a long tail. She can sort of, hang upside down or things if she wants to.
I heard them animals can blow fire out of their mouth. Is that true?
Well, she can't yet. She's too small, I think.
That's just amazing. And what's that little thing with the marble head?
Yeah, what you got in your pack there?
Oh, it's a robot I found that reads cards.
Well, that train had never seen him that small before. Because I know of Nigel,
right?
Is that like a baby?
Could be. I've never seen one like this before either.
Well, you got all kinds of weird stuff. Now, something happens as these two tall cowboys are talking to this girl. From the other side of the bridge, the law people are taking notice, and without hearing what's going on, don't know if this girl's being hassled or not. So the witch sheriff wanders over and says, "There a problem here?" From behind you two guys.
I'll turn around and say, "No, just ask questions."
I just say no problem at all.
You sure?
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Just talking.
All right. If you need anything.
Don't make me
All right. Well, you just let me know if you need anything. I'm just gonna hang around right over here.
Oh well, thank you.
Oh, we don't mean nothing by it. We just asking. We ain't never did see. Shouldn't all of a sudden Coin has a stutter. We just ain't never seen a weasel like that before. It's all curious like is all.
And then I'll go to Coin. You need any more stuff before we head to what's my name?
Halo.
Ooh,
you heard it. Because I'll check. I might like that bassinet you got over there. If I had a weasel like that, I might want to keep that bassinet. And then there's a mine.
Yeah.
So well, you get your stuff so we can head out over there.
Right. Over there.
Halo.
Right. And they each have a horse, and this one here's got a mule.
I got a donkey.
Roll a 20 for Holly, because I don't think we've established this in Holly's wisdom. But
18.
Ooh. You can add a foresight, but don't need to. By the pins on their hats and the strategic locations thereof that these guys are probably boxcar boys, which you've heard of. They're Robin Hood types.
Right.
Yeah. Supposedly, some boxcar boy somewhere is a big hotshot billionaire that saved the world. Saved the world inadvertently. He wanted to blow it up. Let's hit any button. Turn the key. Turn the key.
Oh, just come on. Let's get on with
it. Yeah, so you know what they are.
Right. And yeah, Holly's going to want to ask, what, they've mentioned Halo. She's like, oh, okay. So what do these humans know about Halo, about what happened? Do they know anything else? So she's going to ask.
Are you going to ask her? Yeah.
So she's kind of like, bit cautious, but what do you know about Halo?
Just some bad hombres took over that town of Halo. They're going to straighten things out.
Yeah, Coin finishes paying for what he got. A little bag of feed or something. Like, yep, we're going to go take it back. I'm going to be the new boss. If my boss says it's okay. Oh, sorry. I'm Coin. This here's Spade.
I'm Holly.
Nice to meet you.
What's your weasel's name?
Onyx. That's the dragon's name. Not weasel.
How about that, dog? Dragon's a kind of if If Fifi could roll her eyes, she'd be rolling her eyes at Onyx is. Got those double lenses, those aquatic lenses. I forget what those are called. Double layer blinky lenses. All I know is that in Men in Black, it he sketches his breath.
The credits for this episode's music may be found in our show notes at steamrollersadventurepodcast.libsyn.com. All music, except where otherwise specified, is produced by Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 licensing. Thank you for listening to the Steamrollers Adventure Podcast. You may subscribe to the show at Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, CastBox, directly from steamrollersadventurepodcast.libsyn.com, or through most podcast apps. For more about the show, and the Storycrafter's other projects, such as the Clockwork novels, the thrilling post-apocalyptic audio drama Copperheart, or the animated mockumentary comedy Whiskey Tango Furball, visit riggstories.com. Consider becoming a patron of Rigg Stories Transmedia Storycrafting at patreon.com/riggstories.